Peter, thank you for joining us today. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about jazz music in Asia. As you know, I do a podcast with rock music, but I really don't know a lot about jazz music in Asia. So why don't we start, could you tell me a little bit about your history in music?
I started out as a guitarist in a rock and roll band. Actually, the band is play all kind of music except jazz. And then it's an anarchy group in the 70s. And then I also have the editor and reporter in a collective magazine called the Guitar General in the end of the 70s and the 80s. I think it's still the only musician magazine in China. Mm-hmm. It's written by article is written by a musician, reported by us the musician, and then we put everything up.
Why did you get involved with the Hong Kong Jazz Association?
Because I've been spending about 5 years as journalist for some major newspaper and magazine, and I wrote a lot of critics and reviews on this around the 1990s. And before that, I've been doing concert promotion and jazz promotion and festival. But I find it so hard to get the audience to understand what is going on. And then at the time I go back to journalists and try to build my connection through our promotion channel. And then I will come back to the promotion again.
How long has the Jazz Association been together?
And we started in 2000 after a series of artist in residence scheme that I have joint venture with the LCSD or the Urban Council before. And then it's 3 months of session with workshop, appreciation, history, and finally student performance. And after the first scheme, I saw there's quite a bunch of young people who are very interested in music but don't know where to get in. So I said, and at the time I was also a member of the IAJE, called the International Association for Jazz Educators. And I understand that in every society we need a jazz supporting group to enforce this kind of art to survive. So after this artist in residence scheme, and I gather all the young people and say, let's do something for the Hong Kong jazz scene. So that's why it's set up.
So how is the jazz scene in Hong Kong right now? Is it strong? Is it weak?
I don't consider it existing.
Oh, it's non-existent?
I don't think it's really existing in a way.
What's the problem?
The problem is, I think in most of the society or a country, we lack of education, appreciation, kind of promotion things. When I started the Jazz Up series, if you know the Jazz Up series in the 20s, a couple of years, every show I book for them, we have a workshop free for the musician and the audience to explain more or introduce more or share the experience with what is going on stage, because it's so unique art form that you take a lot of time and to appreciate a bit in a way.
What other Asian countries have stronger jazz scenes?
I think stronger, of course, is Japan. Because, the reason why, because if you don't count Australia or New Zealand, part of Asia, it's the only country that have compulsory musical instrument learning in high school, right? So, of course, when the student grown up and they didn't choose the career of a musician, and they have a highest appreciation level among Asia. And the second and third country, I must say, is Malaysia and Indonesia. They don't have compulsory music learning also, but they have a strong passion about music. You look at all the pop star shows in Hong Kong, the sideman, the bassman from Malaysia, drummer from Indonesia, and the kids there have so much passion and they play all kind of music, even if they have no money, they just grab at all the chance to play. And that makes these two countries more up level among the Asian countries.
There are different types of jazz. There's vocal jazz, there's soft jazz, there's improv. What in Asia, which brand of jazz do you feel is most popular?
I think Asia politically, but all over the world, American jazz is dominate 90% of the market. Especially, it's so hard, like working with a Japanese promoter, like jazz festival have been declined from the 90s in Japan. And then the major booker in Japan is the Blue Note Club in Tokyo. And it's so hard to break in for European artists because they are really dominated American scene, even in Hong Kong, especially in the rest of China. If you're an American artist, you can charge for 200, right? If you're a local artist, you can charge for 50.
Does the Chinese government support jazz in China?
Actually, when jazz started up in the last century, a lot of countries have been banning this kind of form. You know, the Nazi have banning this kind of swing music or degenerating music. And also Chiang Kai-shek said that people shouldn't listen to this kind of jazz swing music while his wife is dancing in the ballroom at the same time. And then also the communists that declared the degenerate music.
Has the Communist Party in China?
Yeah, actually, they declare this is decadent music.
Still?
Not anymore.
Okay.
And I heard that 5 years ago when they started Jazz Week festival in Shanghai during the May, the main body that support this is the Liberation Army Cooperative Limited. So if you count the Liberation Army and the Party Limited, it's a part of the Communist Party, then the government definitely support it. But to me, they're only supporting because you can make money.
Yeah. So the PLA supports jazz.
Yes.
That's good to know. Thanks so much for coming in and talking to us, and I wish you the best with Jazz Association.
Thank you. I hope to see you in the festival.
Yeah, I'll be there.